To debate starts. Now in this class we are discussing the subject is power system architecture. Okay, so in this subject we are discussing about third unit. Okay, so in third unit is our transmission line parameters. Okay, so in our third unit the last topic is capacitance, calculation of capacitance measurement. Okay, so see here we know that we know that any two conductors separated by an insulating medium constitute a condenser or a capacitor. Whenever we have whenever you have any two conductors separated by an some insulating medium constitute a condenser or a capacitor. In case of overhead line two conductors form the two plates of a capacitor, and the air between the conductors behaves as a dielectric medium. Thus an overhead line can be assumed to have capacitance between the conductors throughout the length of the line. Okay, so what is the meaning of the capacitance? Means whenever you have to place any two conductors, separated by an insulating medium, and that time they constitute a condenser or a capacitor. Okay, see here in case of overhead line two conductors. Okay, so two conductors you have to place, these forms a two parallel plate capacitor. That means two conductors, two parallel plates. So in between these two conductors, the air between these two conductors will act as in a dielectric medium. That means the overhead line can be assumed that having a capacitance between the conductors throughout the length of the line. Okay, the capacitance is uniformly distributed over the total length of the line. Okay, so for the over length for total length of the transmission line. Okay, so the capacitance will be distributed uniformly. Okay, so and may be regarded as uniform series of conductors connected between the conductors. See here, these are the capacitors. Okay, like this. When the alternating potential difference is applied across a transmission line, okay, whenever you have to apply some alternating potential difference, that is nothing but some voltage, it draws a leading current when even when supplying no load. So at that time it draws a leading current. Leading current means high current. So whenever you have to applying any load, okay, the leading current is quadrature with the applied voltage, and it is termed as the charging current. At that time that current is quadrature. Quadrature is nothing but 45 degrees with the applied voltage. Okay, and it is termed as, that current will be termed as the charging current. See here, like this, applied voltage, at that time that capacitor will be charging with that current. Okay, so these two are in quadrature at 45 degrees angle. Okay, see here, it must be noted that the charging current is due to capacitive effect between the conductors of the line. Okay, so the charging current. So why you are here, you have noted that the charging current is, that is the capacitive effect between the conductors of the line. Okay, between the two conductors. Okay, so because of the capacitive effect, the charging current will be occurs, and it is not in any way dependent on the load. Okay, so but it is not dependent on the load. Okay, so here the strength of the charging current depends upon the voltage of the transmission. Okay, here the charging current strength will be depending upon the voltage of the transmission. The capacitance of the line and frequency of AC supply is given by the expression. Okay, so at the time you have to giving the supply frequency and the capacitance and voltage. So at that time the charging current IC is equal to 2F CV. Okay, so where F is the frequency of the supply, C is the capacitance of the line, and V is the voltage. Okay, see here, if the capacitance of the overhead line is high, so the line draws a more charging current which compensate or cancels the lagging component, reactive component of the load current. Okay, so that means, that is whenever under normal conditions the load is inductive one. So whenever that load will be inductive one, okay, so at that time, so if suppose if the capacitance, okay, if the capacitance of the overhead line is high, okay, so at the time the line draws more charging current. Okay, more charging current which cancels the lagging component. That means reactive component of the load current. Okay, so whenever it draws the cancels the lagging component, means whenever that load will be inductive load. Okay, hence the resultant current flow in the line is reduced. Because of that, the current flow, what is the current flow, the value will be reduced. Okay, the reduction in resultant current flowing in the line results, whenever that total current value will be reduces, so at that time the reduction in that resultant current flowing in the line results in reduction of line losses. So at the time that will be result in reduction of line losses and so increase of transmission efficiency. Okay, and it is also increases the transmission efficiency. Next one is reduction in voltage drop or improvement of voltage regulation. Okay. Next one, the other advantages of the transmission line having high capacitance and increased load capacity and improved power factor. So the main advantages of whenever the transmission line having high capacitance, that is the increase in the load capacity. Okay, so that is increase in the load capacity and as well as also improve the power factor. Okay, next you have to see electric field and potential difference. Okay, why you are discussing the electric field and potential difference means whenever you have to find out the capacitance value, at that time you have to must and should know the electric field and potential difference value. Okay, so that's why you have to first find out these values. See here, an electric field and potential difference. See here, an electric charge. Okay, the electric charge causes electric field around. Whenever the electric charge will be produced, okay, that causes the electric field around it, which theoretically extends up to infinity. Okay, that electrical field value will be extended up to infinity value. If any charge is introduced in this electric field, it will be attracted or repelled according to the nature of the charge. Whenever in that electric field you have to place any charge, okay, that will be attracted to that that charge will be attracted to that electric field or repelled according to the nature of that charge, and it will be moved. And when it will be moved, the work will be done against by the force acting on the charge due to electric field. So that means either that will be attracted or repelled. Okay, according to that some work will be done on that charge. Okay, so hence potential in an electric field is exactly same as the potential in the gravitational field. Okay, here the potential in electric field, what is the potential in electric field, that is exactly same as the potential in the gravitational field. Okay, so here in general electric potential or potential at any point in electric field is defined as the work done. Okay, electric potential is nothing but work done in moving unit positive charge from infinity to that point. Okay, so for any particular point from infinity to move that charge is nothing. To move that charge some work will be done. That work will be treated as the electric potential. Next, here you have to find out the potential at a charged single conductor. Whenever you have to place a single conductor, charged single conductor, to find out that potential value. So here you have to consider a long straight cylindrical conductor A of radius r meters and having a charge q coulombs per meter of its length. Okay, see here you have to consider a one long straight cylindrical conductor A, that conductor having the radius r meters and having the charge of q coulombs per meter of its length. Okay, length is per meter. See here, this is a single charged conductor. Okay, its radius is r and this conductor you have to assume A. Okay, so it is from at a distance of x. See here, the electric field intensity at a distance of x meters from the center of the conductor. So at that time the electric field equal to q charge q by 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon r x, distance x, volts per meter. Okay, so this is the formula for electric field intensity. Taking air as medium, here you have to taking air as medium. At the time epsilon r will becomes 1. Okay, so at that time E equal to q by 2 pi epsilon naught x volts per meter. See here, see the potential difference between conductor A and infinity distance neutral plane. Okay, a plane where A and therefore potential is 0 will be equal work done bringing unit positive charge E from infinity to conductor surface. If suppose you have to assume that conductor at the infinity distance, so at that time you have to find out that potential value, electric potential value. At that time you have to take VA, R to infinity. So in previous formula you have only X. Okay, you have to take from the center of the conductor, you have to take from distance x, but here you have to consider infinity distance. Okay, so at that time the formula will becomes VA equal to integral of r to infinity q by 2 pi epsilon naught x dx. Okay, so here q by 2 pi epsilon naught is a constant, you have to write outside. So at that time integral of r to infinity dx by x. Okay, so this is the formula. Next one, potential at a charged conductor in a group of charged conductors. Okay, see here, consider a group of long straight conductors. So here you have to take the group of conductors. Okay, so A, B, C for suppose D, E. Okay, and so on n conductors having charges Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on, Q5 and so Q1 conductors. So you have to, so at that time, so this is, you have to place it n number of conductors at a distance of, okay, different distances. At that time you have to potential. Okay, see here, potential of conductor A due to its own charge Q1. So for conductor A you have to charge is Q1. For conductor B you have charge Q2, like this. Okay, so at that time potential of conductor A due to its own charge Q1 is given by integral of R to infinity Q1 by 2 pi epsilon dx by x whole. Similarly, potential of conductor A due to charge Q2. Charge Q2 means, okay, so charge Q2 is charge Q2, at that time the distance will be D2. Okay, so Q1 means its own charge, Q2 means due to another conductor. So at that time charge Q2 is given by integral of D1 infinity, okay, Q2 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x volts. Okay, see here, since the field due to charge Q2 extends from infinity up to a distance D1 from the conductor A. Okay, so that's why here you have to write D1. Similarly, potential of conductor A due to charge Q3, okay, conductor C placed at a distance D2 meters from the, so at that from the conductor A. So at that time here you have to write integral of D2 infinity Q3 by 2 pi epsilon naught, okay, dx by x wholes. Okay, so here see, potential of conductor A due to charge Q1 of conductor N placed at a distance of Dn minus 1 conductors. Okay, for last conductors, for n number of conductors, you have to write Dn minus 1 infinity Qn by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x wholes. Okay, so that means see here, this is at a distance of D1, its own distance. Q1, at that time its distance is R. So whenever you have to take from another conductors, first conductor D1, next D2, that means distance will be decreases. That means distance is Dn minus 1. Okay, finally for n conductor, the distance will be given as n minus 1. So at that time you have to find out the overall potential difference between conductor A and infinity distance neutral plane. So at that time you have to find out the overall potential difference. So at that time VAN. VA means first conductor, N means n number of conductors. Okay, so that's why here you have to write VAN is equal to, you have to sum all these one. Integral of R to infinity Q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x plus integral of D1 infinity Q2 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x plus integral of D2 epsilon Q3, sorry, D2 infinity Q3 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x plus and so on, plus last for n conductor Dn minus 1 infinity, here you have to write Qn by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. So in all terms you have to common the 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught, here you have to write. So here Q1, so integral of dx by x means log x. So at that time you have to substitute limits log e infinity minus log e r. Similarly, Q2 of log e infinity minus log e d1 plus Q3 log e infinity minus log e d2, here d2, sorry, here I mentioned d3, okay, plus and so on, plus qn log e infinity minus log e dn minus 1. So at that time here you have to write, okay, log e infinity value will be infinity means 1. So at that time here you have to write log e 1 by r, log e 1 by d1, q3 log e 1 by d2 plus and so on, q log e 1 by dn. Okay, so and you have, sorry, see here you have to, see here you have to write log infinity by log r, log e infinity by r. So that means in all terms log infinity. Okay, so log infinity value you have to common log infinity q1 plus q2 plus q3 plus and so on q, this term. Here minus log e r means at the time you have to write log e 1 by r. At balanced condition q1 plus q2 and so on 0, this will be 0. So at that time this total term will be is equal to 0. So at that time this equation will becomes VAN is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught q1 log e 1 by r plus q2 log e 1 by d1 plus q3 log e 1 by d2 plus and so on plus qn log e 1 by dn minus 1 volts. Okay, so this is the formula to find out the electric potential value. Now you have to go for capacitance. We have to find out the capacitance. Now here you have to find out the capacitance of a single phase overhead line. Okay, so first here you have to find out the single phase, next for three phase. Okay, see here first for single phase overhead line. See here, consider a single phase overhead line with two parallel conductors. For single phase overhead line, here you have to assume two parallel conductors A and B having the radius r meters and at a distance d in air. Okay, these are placed in the air at a distance of d meters. It is assumed that the distance d between the conductors is large in compared with the radius of the conductors. Here, the distance between these two conductors d will be large whenever compared to the radius of these conductors. Okay, so therefore the density of charge on either conductor will be practically unaffected by the charge on the conductor. Okay, so here the density of charge will be affected by the unaffected by the charge of the conductor. Okay, so that means it will be not affected by charge. Okay, so therefore it will be uniform throughout the length. Okay, so the density. Okay, so the density and charge of the conductor is uniformly throughout the length of the conductors. See here, a uniformly distributed charge on a conductor acts as though it is concentrated on the conductor axis. Okay, so the uniformly distributed charge on the conductor acts along the conductor axis. Therefore, the purpose of our present analysis is assumed to charge plus q coulombs on conductor A and minus q coulombs on conductor B are concentrated at the centers of the two conductors, which are separated from each other by d meters. So here you have to assume the charge on the conductor will be plus q, okay, and the conductor B will be minus q. See here, q minus q at the distance of d, okay, separated by the conductors at the distance of d. So see at the time the potential difference between conductor A and a neutral infinity plane. So first for conductor A and a neutral infinity plane. Okay, so at that time the formula r to infinity q by 2 pi epsilon naught, okay, dx by x plus integral d to infinity minus q 2 pi epsilon naught dx by t. Okay, so at that time from these two terms you have to common q by 2 pi epsilon naught. So at that time this will becomes dx by x means log x, log infinity minus log r. Okay, so here minus q. Okay, so at the time it will be minus right outside. So at the time it will becomes log e infinity minus log d. So minus will be multiplied minus. Okay, so here okay, so here log e infinity get cancelled. So this will be written as log e d by r. Okay, q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Similarly, potential difference between conductor B and neutral infinity plane. So at that time it will be reverse, r to infinity, d to infinity. Here minus q, here plus q. Whenever you have to simplify this one, at that time you have to get minus q 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Okay, potential difference between conductors A and B. So whenever you want potential difference between conductor A and B, so at the time here you have to write VAB equal to VAN minus VBN. VAN value is q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r minus of q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. So at that time here in two terms you have to common q by 2 pi epsilon naught. This will becomes 2 log e d by r. 2 will be cancelled. Finally you can get q by pi epsilon naught log e d by r wholes. This is what potential difference. But you want capacitance. Whenever you want the capacitance is nothing but q by v. Okay, the formula for capacitance to find out the capacitance value is q by v. So at that time here you have to write capacitance of the line C equal to q by VAB. So VAB value you can get q by pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Q will be cancelled. At that time this will becomes pi epsilon naught by log e d by r Faraday per meters. Okay, so this is the formula for capacitance of a single phase overhead line. Okay, so it is the above equation is capacitance between two conductors. The capacitance for each conductor Cn for phase to neutral will be double of this value. Okay, so this is between conductors. Whenever you have to find out for each conductor, at that time the value will be double for whenever you have to find out by using this formula. See, for example, you have to see one problem. Find out capacitance of a single phase line 30 meter long consisting of two parallel wire each 15 meter diameter and 1.5 apart. Okay, so the radius of each conductor. Okay, the radius of each conductor are equal to 15 by 2. Each diameter, radius means d by 2. So at that time 15 by 2 equal to 7.55 mm. Spacing between conductors, distance d equal to 1.5 meters. So whenever you have to convert it into millimeters, 1500 millimeters. Capacitance of line C equal to pi epsilon naught log e d by r into length of the line in conductors. Okay. See here, Faraday per meter means compulsory here you have in the length. So here length will be given by 30 kilometers. So whenever you have to convert it into meters, so at that time it will becomes 30,000 meters. Pi, okay, epsilon naught value will be 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12. Here pi means you have taken 3.14 log e of 50 means 1500 by 7.5. Whenever you have to calculate, simplify this total equation, here you have to get 0.1575 microfarads. Okay, so this is the capacitance of the single phase overhead line. Next, we have to see the capacitance of Next, we have to see the capacitance of three-phase overhead lines. Okay, see here whenever, so but here the capacitance three-phase lines means they are either maybe unsymmetrically spaced or symmetrically spaced lines. So see here, unsymmetrically spaced lines, see here, for an untransposed unsymmetrical three-phase line, the capacitance between the conductors to neutral of the three conductors are different. So at that time, so the capacitance between the three conductors to neutral will be different. Suppose that the line and the voltages VA applied to the conductors with the resultant the charge per meter length Q1, Q2, Q3 respectively. Okay, so here you have to assume the three conductors A and B and C. So the three conductors having voltages VA, VB and VC and the charges Q1, Q2, Q3 respectively. Now here you have to find out the potential of conductor A with respect to the infinity plane. So at that time Q by 2 pi epsilon naught. So its own radius R to infinity dx by x plus Q2. Previous one you have to write for single phase conductor, same formulas. Q2 by 2 pi epsilon naught d1 infinity dx by x plus Q3 2 pi epsilon naught d2 infinity dx by x. VAN, A will be related to B and C. So at that time you have write B for seat distance D3. So same in all terms you have to common 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. Similarly log x means you have to again substitute limits log e infinity log e r same three terms. Okay, from these three terms you have to common the log e infinity. So at that time Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So this will become Q1 log e 1 by r plus Q2 log e 1 by d1 plus Q3 log e 1 by d3. So here the summa at balanced condition Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 will be equal to 0. So at that time this total term will become 0. So this is the VAN formula. Similarly VBN will becomes 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught log e 1 by r plus Q1 log e 1 by d1 plus Q3 log e 1 by d2. Similarly VCN will becomes 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught Q3 log e 1 by r plus Q1 log e 1 by d3 plus Q2 log e 1 by d2. Okay, substituting Q1, Q2, Q3 is equal to 0. So at the time whenever you want Q3 minus of Q1 plus Q2. In VAN formula 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught in place of the Q3 here you have to substitute minus Q1 by Q2. So at that time this will becomes you have to multiplying with Q1, Q2. So at that time this will become Q1 log E d3 by r plus Q2 log E d3 by d1. But VBN, similarly in VBN also in the place of Q3 here you have to substitute. Same whenever simplify this one here you have to get 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught Q1 log E d2 by d1 plus Q2 log E d2 by r. Multiplying this equation, okay, VAN equation with log E d3 by r and this equation VBN equation by log E d3 by d1. You have to multiplying on both sides. Okay, so both sides at that time. So this equation will be multiplying with log E d2 by r. So at that time VAN log E d2 by r and this will write out inside log E d2 by r log e d3 by d1 log e d2 by r. So similarly, this equation will be multiplying with log e d3 by d1. Okay, 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. So inside this log e d3 by d1, log e d3 by d1. So at that time we have to write, okay, VAN log e d2 by r minus, okay, subtract these two equations. Okay, so whenever you have to subtract these two equations, finally you have simplified, you have to get q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d3 by r into log e d2 by r minus log e d2 by d1 log e d3 by d1. Okay, so at that time here you have to write q1, here you want q1. So at that time this will be, this go this side, this term will be multiplying with 2 pi epsilon naught, and denominator you have to write log e d3 by r log e d2 by r minus log e d2 by d1 log e d3 by d1. So capacitance of conductor A into neutral. Capacitance is nothing but charge by voltage. So at the time here you have to write q1 by VAN. q1 value is 2 pi epsilon naught, this total term by VAN. Okay, so at that time you have to VAN. Okay, so at that time, so whenever your VAN goes to upside, so at that time it will be divided with VAN. At that time here VAN will be cancelled. This will becomes VBN by VAN. Similarly, capacitance of conductor B, CBN. CBN means Q1 by VBN. Okay, so Q1 formula, so VBN. Okay, so same QCCN means Q1 by VCN, Faraday for meters. Okay, so this is the capacitance of the symmetrically three-phase line conductors. Okay, so next we have to see unsymmetrical line. Okay, unsymmetrical unsymmetrical line with transposed conductors. Okay, so here assuming that the charge per unit length is same every part of the transposed cycle. Okay, average value of the conductor A will be VAN plus VAN2 plus VAN3 by 3. Okay, see here you have to take the three conductors transposed. Okay, here you have to transpose. Okay, transpose means you have to see here positions A, B, C. But here in place of B, here A, in place of A, here is C, B, C. Same here also B, C, A. But distance will be same. Okay, distance will be same. But you have to change the positions of the conductors. Okay, so that is nothing but unsymmetrical line with the transposed conductors. Okay, so now here you have to find out the capacitance value. See here voltage of conductor A in position 1, 2 and 3. So this is the position 1, this is the position number 2 and this is the position number 3. So at the time the formula will becomes VAN by 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught Q1 log E its own 1 by R plus Q2 log E 1 by D1 plus Q3 log E 1 by D3 volts. VAN2 here Q1 log E 1 by R plus Q2 log E 1 by D2 plus Q3 log E 1 by D1. This distance D1 volts. Similarly, VAN3 here Q1 log E 1 by R plus Q2 log E 1 by D3 plus Q3 log E 1 by D2 volts. Okay, so this is A value. Okay, so at the time average value of conductor A is VAN plus VAN2 plus VAN3 by 3. Okay, so at that time 3. So here finally you have this, in all terms you have to commonly 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. 1 by 2 pi epsilon, 1 by 2 pi 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into 3 will becomes 1 by 6 pi epsilon naught. So at the time you have to add this all terms. Okay, at finally simplify you have to get Q1 log E 1 by RQ plus Q2 log E 1 by D1 D2 D3 plus Q3 log E 1 by D2 D3. In these two terms here you have to common log E 1 by D2 D3. So at the time Q2 of plus Q3 was. So but Q2 plus Q3 is minus Q1. Why? Because at balanced condition Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 is equal to 0. So at that time it will becomes Q2 plus Q3 equal to minus Q1. So this is substitute in this equation minus Q1. So at that time Q1 log E 1 by RQ minus log E 1 by D1 D2 D3. So at that time log A minus log B, log A by B. Okay, q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. Q1 is common, so at that time it becomes log e. You have to minus cube root of d1 d2 d3. Okay, this 3 will becomes to cube root to this one, so at that time it will becomes q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught a by b log a plus log b log a minus log b is equal to ikkada minus log a by b. So the triple root of 3 d1 d2 d3 by r O's. Okay, so the capacitance at the time capacitance of the conductor A to neutral is given by q1 by ban, q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught log e root 3 1 1. Okay, so here q1 is cancelled. Finally, you can get 2 pi epsilon naught by log e triple root of d1 d2 d3 by r Faraday per meters. Okay, so this is the capacitance of a unsymmetrical conductor. Similarly, expression for CBN, CCN obtained here is CAN equal to CBN equal to CCN equal to CN. That is final neutral capacitance equal to 2 pi epsilon. That means for all conductors, okay, here the capacitance value will be same. Whenever you have to change the position, transport the positions of the conductors also, here you can get CAN equal to CBN equal to CCN equal to CN, that is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught by log e triple root of 3 d1 d2 d3 by r Faraday per meters. For equilaterally spaced lines, if suppose this equilateral distance d1 d2 d3 equal to d, so at the time it will becomes d cube, so at the time finally it can get d by r. Okay, so at the time the formula will becomes CAN equal to CBN equal to CCN equal to CN, that is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Okay, so this is the formula for unsymmetrical line. So finally in last you have to find out the capacitance of the double circuit three phase overhead line. Okay, here you have to consider the double circuit. Okay, so double circuit three phase overhead line. See here, normally used conductor configurations of one of are hexagonal spacing. So generally whenever we are using the conductors, those are in hexagonal spacing and flat vertical spacing. Okay, okay, so it has been found that modified GMD method holds good for determination of capacitance of transposed double circuit three-phase overhead lines with equilateral spacing, okay, and with a flat vertical spacing. See here, to find out, okay, so it is a modified GMD method, okay. So to find out the capacitance of the three-phase overhead line, you have to use the modified GMD method. Okay, so that's why here the three-phase overhead lines with three equilateral spacing. That means conductors at the vertices of a regular hexagon with a flat vertical spacing. It is reasonable to assume that a modified GMD method can be used for the determination of line with any configuration intermediate between the two configurations. Okay, so here see here, in case of calculation of inductance, determination of self GMD and GMR of conductor is necessary because of internal flux linkages of conductor. So whenever you have to find out the GMD value, calculation of inductance, so at that time you have to find out the self GMD and GMR value. So why? Because you have to go for the self GMD and GMR value means it is necessary to find out the internal flux linkages of the conductor. But here in case of calculation of capacitance, since all the charge resides on surface of the conductor, actual radius of the conductor is used. But here the total capacitance resides only surface of the conductor. So here you have to first take the symmetrically spaced line. So here consider a three-phase double circuit connected in parallel conductors A, B, C forming one circuit and conductors A dash, B dash, C dash forming another circuit. Okay, here three conductors, A, B, C, A dash, B dash, C dash forming a one circuit, double circuit. Let the charge over the conductors A, B, C is Q1, Q2, Q3 coulombs per meter length. Here for conductors A, B, C, here you have to assume the charges Q1, Q2, Q3. And then the charge over conductors A dash, B dash, C dash. Here you have to assume the Q1, Q2 meters. Okay, same charge. But at balanced conditions, three charges will be is equal to 0. That is Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 is equal to 0. See here, potential of conductor A with respect to infinity neutral plane. VAN equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught Q1 1 R d infinity dx by x, D2 infinity dx by x Q2, Q3 root 3 d infinity hexagonal. Hexagonal means, so at that time root 3 d infinity dx by x. So hexagonal means another conductor placed at a distance of root 3. So in calculation of a inductance, you have to see hexagonal shape. Okay. So similarly from Q1 2D infinity x plus Q2, that means 6 conductors. Okay, for 6 conductors A, B, C, A dash, B dash, C, here you have to write. So in a so dx by x means log x. Okay, you have to write log x and substitute all limits here. Okay, so from that all one you have to common log e infinity. So here log e infinity will comes 2 times. 2 q1 log e infinity, see here log e q1 log e infinity, here also q1 log e infinity. So here log e infinity in each term, in each term it comes 2 times. So at the time you have to common 2 q1 q2 q3 log e infinity. So remaining terms log e 1 by 2 dr plus log e 1 by root 3 d square plus q3 log e 1 by root 3 d square. But here q1 plus q2 is equal to 0. So at that time this total term is equal to 0, and the remaining term here you have to write 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught q1 log e 1 by 2 dr. Okay, so here in these two terms, this term is same, you have to common q2 plus q3. But q1 plus q2 plus q3 equal to 0. So at that time here you have to write q2 plus q3 equal to minus q1. So q1 log e 1 by 2 dr minus q1 log e 1 by root 3 d square. So at that time here you have to common q1. So at the time here you have to write log e root 3 a minus b. So at that time log a by log b. So at that time it becomes root 3 d square by dr. So dd will be cancelled. Finally, it will become q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught log e root 3 by d 2r volts. Okay, so this is the potential value. But here you want which value? Capacitance. Capacitance of the conductor A to neutral. So at the time capacitance equal to charge by potential. So charge q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught log e root 3d by 2r. So q1 will be cancelled. That is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught by log e root 3d by 2r Faraday per meters. Okay, so this is capacitance of the conductor A. Similarly, same expression. Similarly, this expression is same for conductor B, conductor C. So at the time here you have to write CAN equal to CBN equal to CCN equal to CN, that is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught by log e root 3 d by 2r Faraday per meters. Okay, so this is of the conductors. Different phases are symmetrically spaced. Okay, here the conductors are symmetrically spaced. That's why here you have to same formula. Okay, so that means this equation gives the capacitance of the conductor A alone, whereas there are two conductors for phase A dash. Therefore, capacitance of the system per phase will be twice of the capacitance of the one conductor. Okay, capacitance per phase. Whenever, so this is for single conductor. In one phase, this is two conductors A dash. So at that time, capacitance per phase will be double, C equal to 2Cn. So at that time, whenever you have to multiplying this formula with 2, this will becomes 4 pi epsilon naught by log e root 3 d by 2r Faraday per meters. If suppose figures, suppose if a flat vertically spaced line, if suppose flat, whenever the conductors will be flat vertically spaced, okay, according to the position in transposition. So in previous case, we have to see the transposed conductors like this. So at that time, the potential of the conductor A with respect to the infinity neutral plane 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught q1 same r to infinity q2 d2 dx by dx d1. But here the distance will be double. Okay, for next conductors here you have to write to square root of 2d1 square plus d2 square. So at the time 4d1 square d2 square plus d1 square d2 square, here d2. Okay, same in all conductors. Same you have to write dx means log x log x. So at the time you have to substitute the limits. Same log e of infinity q1 q2 q3 common, that term will be 0. Finally you have to q1 log e 1 by these three terms 1 by r into the square root of 4d1 square plus d2 square plus q2 log e 1 by d1 square root of d1 square plus d2 square plus q3 log e 1 by d1 d2. Similarly, VAN2. Okay, VA N2 equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. According to the positions will be changed. Okay, so there is no necessity of derivation. Just we know the formulas are d2 plus q2 log e 1 by d1 square plus d2 square. Okay, same for A and 3 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. Okay, same formulas. Okay. But VAN1 VAN1 plus VAN2 plus VAN3 by 3. So 3 means in all terms you have 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught common. So at the time it will become 1 by 6 pi epsilon naught. Remaining all terms will be added. So at the time you have to common Q1, Q2, Q3. But here Q2, Q3 have same coefficient. Again you have to common Q2, Q3. But Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 equal to 0. So at the time Q2 plus Q3 equal to minus Q1. So at the time you have to common Q1 by 6 pi epsilon naught log E. So you have to write A by B. So at that time you have to simplify this one. Okay, finally here you have get Q1 by epsilon naught log E 2 to the power of 1 by 3 d1 by r d1 plus d2 whole to the power of 1 by 3. Okay, so whenever you have capacitance of conductor A, so here the capacitance A will be given by CAN equal to Q by VAN. So Q by Q epsilon naught Q1 will be cancelled. Finally, you can get 2 pi epsilon naught log E, same formula, Faraday per meters. Okay, similarly, the expressions of capacitance CB and CAN are obtained is also same as above. Capacitance of the conductor will be double. Okay, so that's why this formula will be multiplying with 2. At that time, it will become 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so next you have to see capacitance of the bundle conductors. Okay, see here, a bundle conductor is shown in figure. The conductors are any one bundle in parallel and it is assumed the charge per bundle divides equally among the conductors. Okay, see here, this is one bundle, this is one bundle, this is one bundle. Okay, so and here the charge per one bundle divides equally among the conductors of the bundles. Okay, so here DAB means distance between conductor A and B is greater than S, that means the radius. Okay, so the result obtained from this as the charge on the face A is QA, then the A and A dash having the charge of QA by 2 each. So at the time A dash having QA by 2, similarly the charge is equally divided for face B and C. So here, see here, now writing the equation for the voltage from the conductor A to conductor B, here we have VAB equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. Here we have to write, here the charge is equally distributed, 1 by 0.5 A log DAB by R log DAB by S. Similarly, 0.5 QB log R by DAB plus S by DAB. So here, so in all terms, you have to 0. Whenever you have to simplify this equation, finally you can get VAB equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught QA log DA by RS plus QB log root RS DAB plus QC log DBC by DCA. Considering the line to be transposed and proceeding in usual manner. Okay, so whenever you have want capacitance, you have to write Q. Whenever you have transposed, at the time the final capacitance will be given by 2 pi epsilon naught log triple root of DAB, DBC, DCA by square root of RS. So finally this will be written as DM and this will be written as the DS. Okay, mean diameter, mutual diameter, self diameter. Mutual GMD of the circuit will be determined as DM, this formula DAB, DBC, DCA. Itself DS is expressed in terms of R dash or R is used. Okay, final. So this is the capacitance of the bundle conductors. Okay, thank you. So now in this class we are find out what is the capacitance. To find out the capacitance, first we have to find out the potential value. Okay, so from that potential you have to find out the capacitance of the single phase overhead lines, single phase, three phase overhead lines, and the capacitance of the bundle conductors.